You're listening to the RADCAST, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the RADCAST. It's Friday, March 24th, our weekly marketing, advertising, business news of the week. Christina Yassi, what's up?
Oh, you know, dreary day.
Dreary day here in the Carolinas. It's going to be a hot one.
Today?
Yes, Friday's supposed to be 80 degrees.
Oh, yes. You're right.
It was 50 on Wednesday.
That's what it was.
And it's 80 on today.
Vaycays.
Did you
all...
have a little steakhouse with the Vaycay?
I almost took one this morning. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, do I want to take this or Prozac? What should I do? Prozac
much
one.
Better for. Oh. Hey, whatever. Hey, take them if you got them. What's that say? Yeah, drop them if you got them. Smoke them if you got them.
Something like that.
Something like
if you got it, flaunt it. I don't know.
Yeah. So our producer today, Sawyer's birthday. Happy birthday,
yes.
Sawyer. So
welcome to the team.
Yeah, helping out here on the ones and the twos, and hey, on his birthday.
On his birthday,
breaking the seal on his birthday on the news episode. So happy birthday to Sawyer.
Breaking the seal.
Yeah. You remember that acronym? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Then you just never stop.
Please explain it.
In other words, Sawyer's never going to be let off the news episodes. Like it never ends once you break the seal, right? There's other acronyms that will.
The rule of not peeing when you go out to drink.
I know.
Don't break the seal.
It is true though.
Oh, it's so true. It's so true.
It's funny, like, because for some reason you can drink like 8 to 10 drinks and be fine.
Yep.
But then once you go, you're going to be there every 30 minutes.
the whole evening. Yeah.
It's funny how that works. Anyway.
Bodies.
You never know what angles we're going to go down here on the RADCAST. So
no.
If it's radical, peeing,
positively
we covered.
Unhinged. Speaking of unhinged, Jack Daniels has a lawsuit against a dog toy maker, and it's going to the Supreme Court. That's how big a deal.
What's the name of this bottle again?
So the toy is called Bad Spaniels to play on Jack Daniels, as it were. And instead of saying, old number 7, it says the old number 2 on your Tennessee carpet, which is where almost like the defamation piece of this lawsuit's coming in. Jack Daniels doesn't want to be associated with.
My first reaction is Jack Daniels needs to lighten up because this is free marketing for them. Mm-hmm. Look, people know the difference between freaking dog toys and liquor.
Right.
And so you're getting it's your likeness, and yes, you have every right to sue. They've earned the branding. They have every right. But just because you can doesn't mean you always should.
Right.
Because think how many dog lovers there are. Like, think of the PR that could go south, like, for not just letting maybe this go.
Right.
And I know they're going to say, we've spent billions of dollars on our brand to own it and all that. And it's right. But but you're so recognizable that someone wants to do this product. And yes, maybe they're making a little money on your back, but you might make more money because you're getting more awareness out there.
Right.
With a whole different segment potentially. I don't know. That's my first response.
And for it to go to the Supreme Court is what gets me the most.
Yeah. I mean, trademark infringement's a big deal, but this strikes me as maybe just a little more marketing sense for the shared interest that might come from it versus...
Or even like a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
That's almost how it feels.
I would have had fun with it if I'm Jack Daniels. I leaned into it or something.
Yeah.
You know, like I would have said, okay, you can use our branding, but we're going to have the rights to use what you're doing on all our channels, however we want. Since you've taken the number 2 route on us.
Right. Hey-o.
Then we're going to lean into it and have fun. And you're not going to have any problems with it since you're using our branding.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to just sue your ass.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's if I'm the CMO, I'm rethinking that. But maybe there's something deeper there that I'm not getting. But that's my first thought.
We're of the same mind.
Shared interest.
And then there are, fun whiskey brands like Bushmills who unleashed sheep in a New York bar on St. Patrick's Day. The sheep's names were Johnny, Jack, and Jim. And they're very cute. They were just going about the bar on St. Patty's Day.
It's definitely a PR stunt is what I'd call that. I'm not sure what else the point was, right?
Right.
Bushes, is this Bushmills? Just the
It was
liqueur?
it was a reference to, so it was, Jim, Jack, J-Mo, and Johnny. So Jameson, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, and Johnny Walker were what all of the
all the sheep
were
Got
named
it.
after.
Needed a little more context.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. Okay, it's fun.
It's adorable. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, let's show the sheep for everybody at home
On the video.
That's
Adorable.
funny.
I'm a very animal forward person.
Yes.
Dogs whiskey, sheep whiskey.
Bushmills, not sheep. Lions, not sheep.
Shout out.
Yeah. Fun.
Some rad news.
Yeah. We had Bedros Keuilian this week. I hope you saw that episode. That launched on Tuesday. Bedros was great. Really raw and edgy. The first 10 minutes of that episode was really direct about his opinions about what's happening in the world. And really I think where we netted was people just need to freaking harden up a little bit. We gotten really soft on everything, and everything doesn't need to have a hardline opinion, right or left. It needs to be some common sense.
Have some nuance. Yeah.
And nuance. And ultimately, Bedros is doing a lot and has one of the most successful fitness franchises in the U.S., over 900 locations.
Damn.
So talked a lot about business growing and some of the challenges through the pandemic, owning a fitness franchise.
Oof.
So he's pivoted a lot, super successful, great guy. Check that out. Bedros Keuilian launched on Tuesday. Next week, we're doing a little best of all the food people we've had on the show. All the cooks and chefs, and we're calling it the RADCAST versus food.
I get it.
No man versus food. It's RADCAST versus food. So
throwback.
The recipe to success. All the puns.
I see what you did there.
We've got Casey Webb. We have insert cooks here. Every chef. We have had contestants on every other show.
Yeah, Master Chef and all the things.
Yes. So check that out next week, next Tuesday. The best of all of our entrepreneurs in cooking and restaurant tourism, whatever you call it.
Right.
Restaurateur.
No, I like restaurateurism. I think that copyright trademark restaurateurism.
Yes, I like it.
If you want some restaurateurism quality meat,
yes,
be sure to check out our sponsor.
See the transition there you did.
Seamless. Thank you. Good Ranchers. They are an American-owned meat company, meat delivery service. I tried their chicken last night, actually.
How was it?
It was delightful.
Yeah.
Added some paprika. Popped in the air fryer.
I had a guest on yesterday that is a doctor, Dr. Shaw, Dr. Amy Shaw. That'll be coming out soon. Really big influencer online about fasting and not eating processed food.
Oh.
She scared the shit out of me. And I got a nice plug-in for Good Ranchers because she says people need to eat more clean meat. And I said, it's funny you say that.
Say no more, fam.
We have the best in the business as an official sponsor.
Truly.
Good Ranchers, goodranchers.com. Look, 6 billion pounds of meat from outside the U.S. get brought in, and you don't ever know what you're eating.
Yeah.
Unless you order it direct to your house. Because you go to the butcher, I don't care what that butcher says. He doesn't know where that meat comes from.
Or what that meat has been eating.
Yes.
Pesticides.
So farm raised in the U.S., and a good old American-based company and a good family business.
Family-owned.
So use code RADCAST. Simply RADCAST.
Just RADCAST.
Just RADCAST. Get $30 off your first order. And you can also win meat for a year.
Meat for a year. And they still have March Meatness going on.
They do. It's pretty fun. I saw what they... Talking about the puns and all the
we love
the
it.
stuff.
We love the food puns.
March Meatness. Yes.
Clever. Clever.
But look, here's the deal. We have 4 boys at home, and you don't ever know. You go to the store and you buy stuff for dinners and stuff, but it's nice to have the flash frozen in the refrigerator, hamburger, chicken, steaks to pull out and not feel like I had to go to the store to pick it up just for that night's dinner. So it's been great. So we pull out, have some burgers. I actually have 2 steaks sitting on the counter for this
I'm like
evening.
set for a year with what they sent me.
Mine in the Alford family, it lasts about 2 weeks.
Oh, man, Marshall and
2
I,
years.
we are set for life.
You're feeding Marshall now,
Exactly.
Good Ranchers.
Exactly.
It's the most spoiled cat on earth.
Yes, he is. That's true.
But yes, great sponsor, great family-run business, and a great product. Go to goodranchers.com. Tell them RADCAST sent you.
They got the meats. Moving on to our social media news. I had to Google this one because I didn't think that Mozilla still existed, but Mozilla Firefox.
I saw this too. I remembered it like being like a shitty app on my phone
didn't-
from like 10 years ago or
Didn't
15
they
years
go out
ago.
of business? And I was like, oh no, that was Internet Explorer that no longer
Firefox.
exists.
Wasn't it Firefox?
Right. Yeah, Mozilla Firefox.
Oh, yeah.
The OG. But they are launching a new startup focused on trustworthy AI. Mozilla felt that existing AI models have worrisome implications and not enough was being done to curb the abuse. The company is funded by a $30 million seed investment from the Mozilla Foundation as a wholly owned subsidiary. So exciting.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this out loud because like we throw these terms around. Tell me this doesn't sound a little funny. Trustworthy artificial intelligence. Trustworthy artificial just kind of like go opposite directions, right?
Yeah, they
it's
feel
artificial
conflicting, right?
intelligence, but it's trustworthy. Like, oh, come on.
But then again, if you have artificial limbs, now I'm getting in the weeds of the language, like I would trust, hopefully, an artificial...
You don't trust that peg leg.
Mine's done just fine. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. But it just kind of feels like Mozilla is trying to be relevant.
Yeah, no, it is. But I joke, we're going to need some of this.
Someone's going to have to be like,
put some reins on this thing.
Me.
Yeah, before the computers take over.
Right.
I still want
Sydney.
ChatGPT 4 to take over 5 or to sabotage it before it ever comes out.
It's a TV show waiting to happen. That's an HBO miniseries.
But
on its
Mozilla
way.
can come back from the grave with Firefox AI
the
trustworthy.
hero Gotham deserves.
No,
That stupid little fox.
I want to see what exactly how in practice this looks
Right.
like, you know,
They aim
because all I
to-
remember is a shitty Firefox browser that always closed like on certain like sites.
Well, you only opened Mozilla to download other internet browsers.
Yeah,
That was the only reason. I was like, I should get Chrome.
kind of what I do with Safari now. You know, I hate to
See,
say
I
that.
still am a Safari stan, but I don't know why.
No, I own a Safari. Never coming back. I'm
On a trip.
Chrome only.
Would you say it was on a vacay? Is that what you?
I would say it's on a vacay. It went on a vacay to staycay forever.
Stay away forever.
Yes.
We have some Apple news as well. The Apple iPhone 15 Pro renders. They've got new buttons. Again, what is Apple doing? Who cares?
Well, they're tuning the volume. I mean, this is what's
all it
happening.
is.
Look, here's what's going on. So the last like 6 years, there's been very little innovation in smartphones.
Uh-huh.
And so now, where it used to be, now we have
A camera.
a video camera. Like that was revolutionary 10
Yeah.
years ago. Or, HD video camera. Like there's these new, now it's about, the innovations have crawled to such that the buttons now, instead of 1, it's 2.
Right.
Instead of touch feel, it's haptic feel. Like we've really run out of like innovations here
Right.
on the smartphones. Like and it was funny because I was using my son's like iPhone 8 or something, and I'm like,
You're like,
this is not demonstrably
this
different.
ancient artifact.
But it wasn't demonstrably different than my iPhone 14.
Right.
I was like, because the iOS, is the same.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, the camera and certain things, of course, once I used it probably for a few hours,
You'd
but
notice
I'm like,
that.
this is how little true innovation there's been on the smartphone. And this is why I kind of plugged the Samsung, at least having the folding screen,
Right.
a large screen. Z almost brought that in here today. It was going to be my note.
I
little
think
thing.
about that phone a lot, more than I want people to know. Because I loved the
Z
the
Fold.
very tactile.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in the youth group as a kid, just like clicking my phone.
Yeah.
Closed.
And so there's an innovation issue. And I think that's why iPhone sales have slowed down.
Sure.
Like over the last few years, because the innovations just aren't that.
Right. They feel like
Dramatic.
there's so much more tied to their aesthetic.
I was
Then-
always had the latest phone,
Mm-hmm.
but the last couple times, like I've just been waiting to see, like,
Right.
keep Like I kept the 13 forever, like, and then just because I think I had to upgrade or something, got the 14.
Oh,
but
so
like,
yeah, I had an 8
like,
and then got the 12.
There's no real convincing reason to switch.
Right.
Now I'm convinced that Apple drains your battery and
After
makes you have
years,
to switch.
yeah,
so that
it runs out.
My 13 was fine. And then suddenly I can't make it through the day.
Yeah.
Like overnight.
No, that's how my 12 is.
And I'm pretty sure that was like, they sent a code through like, it's time. This guy needs to upgrade. He's normally
time.
upgraded by now. I'm going to take out 3 cells of this battery right here.
They own us.
How about 4? Okay. You think he'll notice? All right. I mean, like I can hear them. They're discussing how many cells of my battery to take out, like so that I feel like I have to upgrade.
Buy a new one.
I just bought a better charger.
Or you just let the phone die, pop a Vaycay, and trip off.
Yeah. Well,
That's what I'd rather do.
that's what I do. And speaking of Vaycay, about that time.
It is about that time. The best third-party lab-tested CBD, I'm going to say in the world. Bold claim, but I'm
We
going to
can
say it
make
anyway.
that claim here on the RADCAST.
I'll say it. I'll prove people wrong.
Yeah.
They have disposables, Delta-8, THC, and sleep gummies.
Yes. And
Great
new
stuff.
topicals coming out.
I'm so excited about it.
And several others. They've got a multivitamin and several new
I didn't
things
know about
coming
the
out.
multivitamin.
This is a health and wellness company.
Right.
This is not go to the gas station and I have no idea what they've put in it. Want the green ones or the blue ones? I'm like, shit, is this the Matrix or what? Like, I want something I know.
And can
what
trust,
I'm put,
right.
like instead of having 4 beers tonight, I'm gonna have half a gummy and relax.
Exactly.
And know what I put in my body, and it's natural.
And not wake up hungover or
Exactly.
with memory blocks from the night before.
Yes. And so coming out with a lot more health and wellness products, and you can go visit them at takeavacay.com. Takeavacay.com. All the products there.
Yeah.
Third party tested, every one of them. You know what's in it, the ingredients, different strengths. So first and really only that are really legitimizing this category into more of what it should be, which is health and wellness and not this hippie, trippy, under the radar stuff.
Right.
Because again, these are natural products and it needs to be treated as such. So proud to sponsor with Vaycay. Go to takeavacay.com. And again, tell them the RADCAST sent you.
On to our marketing news. I love this next article so much. An Opera browser is adding ChatGPT and AI to summarize the operas. Opera is integrating generative AI chatbots powered by ChatGPT and ChatSonic into the desktop browsers Opera and Opera GX to write prompts and generate summaries of different articles.
This has been really the addition of like the rebound of the browsers. Like I hadn't heard of the Opera browser in a while, or Firefox / Mozilla.
Right.
And all but thanks to ChatGPT. I mean, how many acronyms can we get in this business? Like
again, I feel
AI,
like it's
GT, Sonic, Boom, PT. Like
it's
what?
Elon Musk's children. I'm telling you, it's
I'm just,
his kids.
oh, can we simplify some of this stuff? Like call it what it really is. That we're in this whole speeds and feeds thing again.
Yeah.
Like this is where I remember sitting in the like boardroom with Verizon, and they're like, we have 500 megahertz, downloads, and we have 5G and the 4G networks coming out with LTE. When the LTE comes out, we get AGI and BP. I'm like, what does it do for customers? Why do they care?
Yeah. Dehumanizes it.
It makes it faster so they get things done and they get more time back in their day. Okay, let's talk about that. And so ChatGPT, ChatSonic, like again, this is news, but let's talk about what are the benefits of
Right. How is this actually helpful? And why would it make me want to use Opera?
It's just integrated for text input, image outputs, input, output, in. Like, that's,
I thought you were rapping for a second over there.
It's the stupidest shit. Like, they don't know how to talk about this stuff, like in consumer.
Right, so they just say words.
And they say words because this is all for like investors and like people like getting, okay, now suddenly Opera has a higher valuation because they put AI in the name. Like, that's what this
now
is.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because we're using AI.
And no one's going to use it because Google's going to come out with a better version on their browser and they're going to use it there. They might use Bing because they have gotten ahead of it. But anyway, it's time to start turning this into like translating like what people can do with it and how it makes their life easier.
Right.
And
agreed.
so it makes writing blog posts a lot easier. I'll say that. So
yeah, a full disclosure, I definitely didn't think of Opera as a browser, and I thought that it was ChatGPT writing summaries of operas. So That's where my head was
there
at.
you have it. It's totally confusing. That was the name of a browser.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like bringing back all the memories of like the shitty browsers are on smartphones in 2008, you know?
Back in the day.
Yeah. And Blackberries and, all that stuff.
Droids.
Droids were all right.
We know you have a soft spot. We understand. This next one, Northwestern Mutual and Pinterest are teaming up to give free financial advice to Gen Z. Gen Z, from pinning to planning, aims to demystify the financial weight tied to major life steps to help educate the next generation.
Is Gen Z big on Pinterest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
I love seeing these stodgy, podgy companies, at least attempt to
reach out to
the younger generation where they need to and sort of make this on their terms. So I like seeing that. I mean,
and Pinterest is such an education platform, above like education, inspiration, above everything else. I think it makes a lot of sense to
how often do you get on Pinterest?
Oh, daily.
Okay.
Daily.
Inspiration?
Yeah. And it's just like, if I want to scroll, but I don't want to feel like I'm overstimulated, then I'll like put a podcast on or put music on. And
the exact opposite of TikTok.
Exactly. Exactly.
So like if you look up in the dictionary, like the, what is it? The non-thesaurus, what is it called when you're...
antonyms and synonyms.
The antonyms. The antonym of...
The antonym. The antithesis.
Antithesis, antonym of TikTok is Pinterest.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, I think so. So it's cool. This is one of those, show me the results.
Right.
Show me the uptick in Gen Z, like policies or, whatever they're selling to this audience.
Yeah.
I would think it would go up, but I'd like to see the data.
Stay tuned. I'm sure it's coming. And our last article to close out the podcast is with Ford trucks, and they are shifting toward a purpose in their latest Built Ford Proud installment. The move signals a shift by Ford to integrate more emotionally driven tactics into their marketing.
Look, I have a soft place in my heart for Ford. Like, I don't know, it's because I was always like an old Ford Mustang, like U.S., like, I don't know. Machismo, all-American, I don't know. Maybe not even machismo, more than all-American stuff. And my father-in-law's like got a 66 that's pretty sweet. But this makes sense for them. I think they need to lean into this heritage more. Mm-hmm. And I think they've been doing pretty well overall. Susie Deering, who's the chief marketing officer for Ford, old client of mine, Susie. Shout out to you, doing a great job with the marketing at Ford. I think I've seen a difference in the last couple of years. And they're really on the cutting edge with a lot of the electric stuff, the F-150 electric car and stuff. But I think they can continue to lean into this heritage, and I think it will bring additional benefits to them. And I think there's a huge market for that, and kind of like, I don't know, leaning into that emotional side of the purchase.
Right, as opposed to this loud, messy kind of almost bro-y mentality that you can associate with. It's kind of the
opposite of like Ram trucks.
Right.
I feel like Ram could own this space a little bit too, but like they just kind of go, and that's their audience. I get it.
Yeah.
But I think this is where Ford can have a little bit of nuance. I think it's been smart.
Totally.
So keep at it, Susie. Oh, it's been a good episode.
Has been a good episode.
Short, sweet, to the point. Final thing I want to note, if you're out there wanting to leverage personal branding, we're having an event May 10th and 11th, the Radical Authority Accelerator here. We're going to literally generate 6 months of content for you in 2 days. So you're out there, maybe you're listening, you're a leader in your space, or you've tried to get social media working for you on your personal brand. This is the event you want to sign up for. Go to my page at Ryan Alford on Instagram, send me a DM. You need to get in on this. It's incredible value. And again, we're going to jumpstart your personal branding. World-class content in 2 days and learning lessons, the A to Z plan for how we've grown Radical, the RADCAST, my personal brand, the last 5 years to verified on every platform and over 8 figures in revenue. Check it out. Come see me at Ryan Alford on May 10th and 11th. That's when, but you got to get in. This is limited. 30 people total. And I think about a third of those are already spoken for. So send me a DM. You won't want to miss it, especially if you're trying to jumpstart your personal brand. Any final words?
I think you covered it.
Very good. We appreciate everyone out there. You know where to find us, theradcast.com. Our producer today, Sawyer Rice, Christina Yassi. For Ryan Alford, we'll see you next time. The RADCAST.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.